Just after that conversation, which took place in the afternoon of the 10th of October, the day after the girls went missing, two 18-year-old men discovered the girls hidden in some bushes. And yes, they were dead. What they found was like the worst thing anyone could ever dream about, committed by the most evil thing anyone could ever imagine, multiplied by infinity times 1. That's how bad it was. The man who had been talking to the officer then ran up to those two men who discovered the bodies alongside the officer, because their conversation took place within the same vicinity as regards to where the girls were found. And this guy, he wanted to approach the girls, but the two men and the officer stopped him from doing so. This guy seemed very unconcerned about this tragedy. His name was Russell Bishop, and he told other officers that he saw the bodies, and not only saw them, but felt their necks for a pulse. This is highly unusual behaviour, the kind of behaviour that would raise serious suspicion. However, that was a lie. The two men and the copper refuted the claim that he made. He didn't touch the bodies. In actual fact, he didn't even get a clear view of the bodies, as they were hidden very deeply inside the bushes. Which raises the question, could it be that by talking to a policeman very close to the crime scene about what he saw, it would somehow illustrate that he had nothing to do with this? Could that be the motive? Anyway, the parents were immediately informed about this discovery, and as you can imagine, they were absolutely heartbroken and riddled with numbness. It was determined that the girls had been strangled and sexually interfered with. One of the girls had been sexually assaulted before she died, and again after she died. This double murder triggered a huge investigation. It became the biggest story in Brighton since the war. Therefore, detectives targeted 2,000 homes in the area, believing that the killer resided in one of them. The publicity went far beyond Brighton. It became national news. The Sussex police contacted other forces all over Britain, discussing similar child killings.